Okay. Questions for Tristan? Start with John Corrales.
Hey, Tristan. You are part of that double big lineup to start basically each half. I know you guys don't play a ton of the game with that lineup, but how do you feel like that's been going for you? What do you feel like you need to focus on to improve that lineup?
I think that line's been going well for us. I think it helps us defensively be bigger. And I think with myself, Theis, JB, and JT, we can almost, even with Smart out there, that lineup has so much potential defensively because, a lot of us can switch. Myself, I can switch on the guards. JB, JT, Marcus, they can do a good job if they're on 4 or 5 men, taking out their legs, fronting them. So I think defensively, it should help us. And offensively, our team is so much movement with the ball, and whether it's dribble handoffs or pick and rolls to wide pin downs, the double big is I don't think it's an issue at all. I think if you look around the league, whether it's Indiana or other teams around the league, Lakers, Clippers at times, a lot of teams play two bigs, and you can make it work. It's just a lot of movement, and the game has always been 3 guards, 2 bigs, so it's not foreign.
Gary Washburn.
Hey, Tristan, what part of kind of the first part of the season is just development and get to know each other? And then what part is to be concerned about, like last night's start? Is that something that concerns you, or is that just, hey, New Year's night and just kind of guys maybe not focusing? Like, when do you become concerned when things happen like that?
Gary's way too early to be concerned. I think, it's very far from concern. I think, I've been playing this league for 10 years, and you guys have been watching basketball for a while, where last night wasn't a concern. I think it was all on us in terms of energy and effort. I think regardless, we all understand, it's New Year's and we're playing in Detroit. Would we love to be playing in the Garden on New Year's? Yes, of course. But with the NBA schedule, you can't pick where you play. So for us, it all comes down to just effort and playing hard. I think, the first 12 minutes, Detroit was excited, and they were, they're playing against the Boston Celtics, and we got to understand that, we're no longer the team that's trying to climb up the ranks. This team has finished in Eastern Conference Finals multiple years out of, 4 years. So, you're going to get team's best shot. And I remember in Cleveland, there was times where, whether we were Eastern Conference champs or finalists in the NBA Finals, we get everyone's best punch every night. And I think here with the Celtics, it's a similar situation, because at the end of the day, if you look at our roster, we have players that have, myself, JT, JB, Smart, we've all played at a high level basketball multiple years in the playoffs. Guys on Detroit, look at that. Those rookies and those young guys are like, they licking their chops. They're eating their Wheaties the morning up, and they want to prove that they can, compete with, a playoff Eastern Conference championship bound team. So we just got to understand that every night we're going to get a team's best punch, especially the first 12 minutes. We just got to come out ready to play and withstand that. And that's what we did. Came out and played better in the second half and the second quarter. But, coaches always tell me you can't win a game in the first quarter, but you can definitely lose one. And, I think that's the reason why we fell short last night, because of that first quarter.
Abby Chin.
Tristan, we heard from Rob Williams. I don't know if it was yesterday, what day it was, but he credited you helping him kind of in his development and being able to help with his maturity. Sorry, I'm walking down the stairs with my son, but I'm just curious, what have you seen from him and his growth, and what lessons are you trying to impart on him?
I mean, Rob, I've always been a fan of Rob's game since he's been at A&M. When him and his teammate kicked North Carolina's ass in Charlotte, I've always been in love with the kid's game. He plays hard, and I remember being that kid that's trying to figure out my niche and figure out how can I impact this league. And I think Rob has a lot of potential. So for me, being that guy that used to be like that and having vets like Perk and Antoine Jameson to help kind of mold my game as a pro, I want to pass it down, because I think at the end of the day, that's the part of being a pro. Take the gems that I've learned from guys before me and give it to guys like Rob. And his energy, especially coming off the bench, can change the game so much. His athletic ability, whether it's running the floor, blocking shots, rebounding, putbacks, all those things, especially coming off the bench, can impact the game so much. So, I love the kid. I love how he works. I love his energy. So, if I can help him become a better player, because he'll help me be better. So we help each other become better, and in the long run, that's how in the playoffs, I do my thing, go out, and then he checks in for me and he does his thing, and it's like, it's a reckoning. Teams don't get no time off at the center position. You got me kicking their ass, and you got Rob kicking their ass. So that's what I'm just trying to do. Get him better each and every day, and he'll get me better.
All right, we'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Tristan.
All right.